Hello and welcome. I'm Roseanne, and this video is just a bit of chit-chatting about my reading plans for 2026. Not so much goals, but just plans in general. So yeah, let's get to this video. We are into the second week of January, and I haven't done any type of New Year or reading whatever for 2026. So that's what this video is, with a bit of chatting. I'm gonna try and not go too far off of topic, but no promises. So I considered making some reading goals or aspirations or whatever, and it just isn't something I'm so much into. I just figured I'd have some kind of a plan like I did last year. And to be honest, last year I didn't start off the new year planning on getting heavily back into reading novels, but rather towards the end of the month to kind of set aside my phone and stop doom scrolling so much. I decided to go ahead and read real physical books. I'm not saying ebooks aren't real books. I mean, of course they're real books, but I guess the original here, the classic way to read. Because, yeah, I don't like reading on devices. I would prefer to just have a book in my hand and the device is somewhere else. Of course, I stay informed of what's going on, but I don't need to be on there checking the news and whatever else. I just wanted to get away from the internet a little bit, you know. And so I decided to just focus back into books and get into reading. And I plan on continuing that for 2026, you know, just anytime I catch myself spending too much time scrolling or being online, I just remind myself to pick up one of my books or magazines. Which kind of brings me into my next plan for 2026. I'm going to continue subscribing to magazines and reading them. I started that in the fall, well, more like the late summer of 2025. I decided I wanted to get back into reading magazines, and I have subscribed to at least one more that I haven't shown yet on the channel, but when I start receiving that magazine, I'll be on here talking about it. But that's another way to just get some reading done, find new authors. How serious I'm going to be about book recommendations from Reader's Digest when I'm mostly a fantasy and sci-fi reader. But you never know. There might, I don't know, a paragraph or a short story or whatnot that shows up in a magazine and brings me to a new author. I really enjoy having the subscriptions to the magazines. Again, it's given me a nostalgic feel when I check the mail at the beginning of the month. So that's another plan. And I guess this technically is kind of a goal, but I don't know. It's something I'm going to try to plan on doing, but I plan on reading through more of the books that I already have. I'm not going to sit here and say before I acquire any more, because that's just, I don't put those restrictions on myself, but I'm going to go ahead and make an effort to continue reading through my stockpile. And I have stockpiled a decent amount of books over the years, whether it's been out thrifting, yard sales, gifts, family members downsizing and giving me their collections. You know, I have a decent amount of books. I could probably keep reading at the pace I've been reading now and go through almost all of them. All right. I mean, there's a lot of books, but I have no goals or plans to be strict about that. It's just kind of gonna sit there in the back of my mind. Oh, maybe I should look around at what I have stored away, because I don't keep my books around like a normal person does. I mean, if you've seen a few of my videos, you might have seen my little book stand on my desk, and that's, just mostly for filming and what I'm reading now purposes. But there is, yeah, like I said, I store my books in a weird way, and it's kind of how I enable myself to continue buying more. Someday I'll share that on here, but once again, that day isn't today. So I know I have gone through them a few times in the last year and rotated things in and out. And I've even donated a few things that I was either never going to read or have read and I'm not going to read again. But yeah, there's a lot of books around my house that I could be reading. So that's something I plan on for 2026. And yeah, I guess I'm just done chatting about that now. I mean, what about you? Do you have any kind of goals or plans for your reading? Are you starting new series here at the beginning of 2026? If you feel comfortable chatting about it, please leave a comment down in the comments section below. All right, well, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this little chat about reading plans for 2026, please give this video a like. And if you'd like to see more, please do subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.